New tonight, a closer look at the lives lost to violence in Birmingham so far this year. 90
homicides as of yesterday. 12 of them are under the age of 17. CBS 42 News anchor Art Franklin has the story of the city's youngest victims in his special report, Dying Young in Birmingham.
You know, one death is one too many. More and more kids are dying young, gunned down on the streets. Tonight, parents share their stories, hoping to save other young lives.
It's like our life's been turned upside down.
Inside their now childless Centerpoint home,
the house is empty. It's not the same.
The family of Birmingham's youngest shooting victim, 2-year-old Ronarius Austin, they affectionately call Duke, opens up about the tragedy of losing an innocent child. Through her pain, Duke's mother describes her precious son.
Smart, funny. He was just a sweet little baby. He knew everything. He loved his daddy, grandma. He loved everybody.
Young Duke's life snatched away, police say, at the hands of these 4 young men now charged with capital murder. Duke was inside this car in Avondale along with his mother, father, and another man who drove to this gas station after being shot himself as they were escaping a barrage of gunfire.
Not knowing who was in the car, because at a particular time they didn't care who was in the car, because they shot 6 or 7 times. And as they was getting away, they was running through the alley behind them, still shooting.
How many times?
67.
Holding Duke in her left arm, Tashima Rimbert tried to shield him from the bullets with her right arm.
I was shot in my arm 5 times.
And one of the bullets hit him.
From through my arm. And one of the bullets hit him in his head.
Duke was clinging to life when his grandmother, fearing his death, arrived at Children's of Alabama.
They asked me, "Are you sure you want to see him?" And I did, for the last time on that stretcher. His head was so swollen, but I didn't care. I kissed on him and I loved on him and told him how much I love him and how much we're going to miss him.
Hours later, little Duke was dead.
Parents shouldn't have to bury their children. Children should be burying their parents.
Pastor Roy Peterson, the chaplain at Eastside Funeral Home, handled Duke's burial.
Someone that goes in one of these should be someone who has longevity. That's what we opened this business for. We didn't open it to just say we have more kids.
Young murder victims is a tragic reality hitting hard across Birmingham. The gun violence in 2017 has shot out of control. So far this year, 9 shooting deaths of kids 17 and under. That's up from 6 kids shot to death in 2016, according to the latest Jefferson County Coroner's report. Theirs are the faces of tragedy. 15-year-old LaQuarrie Thomas, 17-year-old Jazaris Webb, 17-year-old Ralph Woodfin III, the nephew of Birmingham Mayor-elect Randall Woodfin.
How many have been shot and just didn't die? How many were shot and were in critical condition and happened to make it? How many shootings have we actually had? I bet it would be an astounding figure.
Judge Raymond Chambliss is the presiding judge in juvenile court. He points to failed homes as the main contributing factor to kids dying on our streets.
The family is the entity, it is the socializing unit that the child is with 24/7. I only see the child briefly. The folks at school only see the child briefly. We need positive messages. Let's take the 50s and the 60s, all right? We didn't have these type of problems because you had better parenting then.
In the grief of losing her grandson to the violent streets, Cheryl Irby agrees with the judge.
It's the parenting. A lot of these young boys don't have father figures in their life. And I think that's one of the reasons that they act out the way that they do.
So many parents losing their innocent kids to violence. Of course, the main questions being asked, why? And what can be done to stop it? Tomorrow night at 10, we dive deeper as we search for answers about kids dying young in Birmingham. I'm Art Franklin in studio. Back to you.